Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Anno Green Gables 1979. Today we're doing episode 44, The Winter at Queens. So we're already halfway through this particular period. Let's continue then. 3, 2, 1, click. So yeah, now back to the book. This is actually an adaptation. Go on, Debs. Go on. I'll say it later.
You know, on the subject of winter, I honestly, on the subject of winter, I honestly prefer it over, say, the later parts of summer because it's easier to
put layers on than have to take layers off.
It's easier to keep warm than keep cool, if you know what I mean.
Didn't you add, like, a couple of episodes ago, the exact opposite speech?
Times change.
True. Oh my god, we really are facing a time skip of our own. How old am I?
Yeah, that's the secret. We're actually recording this 30 years in the future.
Please, this is Anno Green Gables, not Synecdoche, New York. Thank you.
Reminder that if the last couple of years has taught us anything, is that time is a lie.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, time is a lie. Everything you know is a lie.
This is all just a simulation, and free will is a lie.
This show even is a lie.
Benjamin Franklin said the bits best. The only two things that are real and certain are death and taxes. All right, then.
Grim, but true.
Yeah. So anyway, episode 44, The Winter at Queens.
Winter is coming.
Actually, I think it has already come.
It's already here.
Jova, it's already here.
He did it 35 minutes ago.
It's kind of, actually, no, never mind. That's not how Billy Paxton does it. It's already here. There you go. It's coming right for, like in Twister, remember, like, it's coming right for us, and then Bill Paxton's like, it's already here. Well, technically, no. If it's coming towards us, it can't be already here, Bill, and at the same time be coming towards us. It doesn't work like that. That's not how distance works.
Oh no, his face is gone again. Ah, there it is.
That's a cool ad.
Well, this is typical clothing during the winter.
True.
Hey, let me read it, man.
Let's see.
Oh. Oh.
Well, considering the snowstorms and everything,
not
I can
just
understand.
That, she did mention she has a good reason. She wants to study, using the extra time for study for the exams.
Plus, you know, snowstorms.
Yeah, what I was saying. Unfortunately, back in these days, snow was much harder to deal with.
Yep.
How even nowadays, it's not that much easier to deal with.
Yeah, it's a mix of both A and B. Fair enough.
Oh, I miss that bit.
Well, isn't math her weakest subject?
Geometry, actually.
Oh, I thought they were going to say they could hardly bear the thought of a Greek.
Everyone has one.
Holy crap! It's getting the storm's getting worse.
Could you imagine if the weather got so bad? It's like, oh, by the way, the exams are cancelled.
I always wanted one of those clocks for my wall.
They are stylish.
Yep. By Jove, are you still studying, girl?
This city is also way too much real for me.
Yeah.
The only time I still go to sleep before midnight is usually when I really feel sick.
I've always been a nightly kind of person, personally.
Okay, don't, it depends for the viewer if you want to call it bad or good habit. But I did learn that, basically in high school, it was for one reason or another.
Here's the next part of exam revision. How hard can a snowball be thrown?
Just don't put rocks in that. You'll be a dick for that.
Lesson 2. Look where the snowballs are being thrown from.
You wanker.
Well, could you imagine if the plot twist was neither Anne nor Gilbert got the scholarship?
You kinda described a bit one of the final plot key moments of Yu Yu Hakusho.
What happened? Did the comic relief get the main prize?
No, not necessarily, but basically it's a tournament where it's important who the winner has to be, but for out-of-universe reasons, because the mangaka was feeling sick, and we know recently how that's important. The end of the tournament ends kind of abruptly with the winner that basically says, okay, everything's going to be fine, but nor the protagonist nor the villain win.
Mm-hmm. There's two primary prizes: the medal that we mentioned before, and the scholarship itself.
Yeah, which is the more ambitious one.
So 2 prizes, two primary students that we're familiar with, aside from the side ones, of course. But yeah, so.
Uh-oh.
Always restless.
Jesus. Younger animals do have a sixth sense for problems. Uh-oh. Remember, if I recall correctly, Anne still doesn't know about this.
Nope.
Yeah.
That's it. If Anne finds out in the wrong way, that would just make things worse.
It's just a very delicate situation that, you don't read. No one knows how to approach it. You stay put and get some rest. Yeah, exactly. That is true.
Yeah, I am still in the room, you know.
Mm-hmm.
With this horror music.
Oh.
And look at that! Anne found out! I must be a wizard to have guessed that. Again, it's always best to just let people know proper, because when they find out in the worst ways possible, surprise, surprise, that just makes the situation even worse than before, as you expected. Yeah, he'll be fine. What's that Reaper doing over there?
Oh, God, Jova, like you're tempting me so much right now.
Jova, you, I hope at least, you read the Neil Gaiman like I did. Use the more appropriate incarnation, please.
What, the version of Death that wears glasses?
No, the one, well, yeah, I guess she does sometimes, but the one in Sandman, Jova.
All right, then. Looks like Merle and Matt are in for a surprise visit.
Yes. Yes, they are. Unless the train ends up getting halted by a huge pile of snow.
Fine, I'll get off the train and walk there.
Actually, no, Anne. Somebody's been murdered and you need to solve the murder first before going.
She'll just pull a pill and run there.
Well, she's walking a good portion of the way. No horse carriage or nothing.
Matthew's gonna get a real telling off right now. As soon as
Well, everyone else is telling him off.
Uh-huh.
There are no wars in Basing Se, yeah.
Yeah.
Everything is fine.
Perfectly fine. Here we are safe. Here we are sound.
Interesting choice of words there, Anne.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
My heart stopped beating. You shut up like a ghost. We're not foreboding at all. By the way, could you give the hooded figure over there his porridge of soup? He's waiting to get that.
Anne got to know the truth and she is now confronting Mary Lamb Matthew.
Eh.
I don't know, guys. The more you go on, the more I think you're about to make Thanos unintentionally jealous with a surprise visitor.
I mean,
In fact, that's what my parents keep telling me every time I have a talk like this with them.
Interesting that this arc, whatever you want to call it, is happening during the winter season.
Mm-hmm. It's like that's one of the big reasons. That's the interesting thing about this show for me. Like the more I grow up, the more I love it because practically everything that this show deals with, I've been through it personally. So
You have an
there you
aching
go.
back?
See, there you go. See, Shiroi? It's uncomfortably real for me too.
Huh. Well, we made it through winter just fine.
again,
Well, I
tra
mean,
la la
again.
la, tweetly tweetly, and something
La la
like
la.
that.
Yeah.
Twiddly. Well, I mean, it's like it's like something similar to what Pedro said not long ago. We couldn't call this the winter and a little bit of spring at Queens, could we?
Mm-hmm. That maybe Lucy thought, okay, the winter and the spring at Queens. I don't know. The winter at Queens sounds rolls off the tongue better.
Such pleasant music after after Anne found out the truth about Matthew's health.
It's an actual, well, considering again it was a more intense moment, and now there's more relief. I get the idea this time around.
Again, it's the same. Again, like we joked, but it's exactly what Bambi did. You know, like the calm. There is calm before the storm, but there is also calm after the storm.
Oh,
Yeah, I was just to say, I've been very busy.
leave me alone. I'm busy. So what badge did she got for her? The flower one.
We saw her looking
She,
at it earlier.
well, okay. I didn't know what specific one she was looking at. Josie, be careful. You're gonna break the simulation at this rate.
For once, she's not wrong.
Do I detect some jealousy?
Well, yeah.
Well,
Starting to see where your education came from, Josie.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I was going to answer your question, but you were like, you carried on.
Yeah, fuck off, Jersey.
I'm too happy to be provoked by you.
Yeah.
Again, just you need to think up a supervillain named Josie. You're on that path.
Again, Jova, I'm thinking more Newman level of rival, but at best a sitcom arch nemesis.
So, still a supervillain given all the stuff Newman does.
Just on a minor scale, though. Oh, you were almost close to make another rhyme. Oh, already.
Final exams. Time flies too.
Reminds me of that bit in the I Am Daisy Persona 4 comic where they have the exam, and the question is, what is 2 plus 2? And Yosuke is freaking the fuck out.
Well, I mean, it's, time flying thing is better than how Spy Kids 3 did it.
Time flies
Just
when you're playing a
happened.
game.
Not that fast, though, surely.
Don't you see? It's deep and metaphorical.
No, it isn't.
It's metaphorical.
And it's a representation of
And-
how gaming is in real life.
So yeah, we're done with the exams for Queens finally.
Now, thanks, Josie. Legend says that Batman is still fighting the Joker atop that cathedral.
Is Gotham in Canada?
Nah. But they did
Maybe in an alternate
do-
universe it is.
To be fair, Gotham does import buildings a lot, so it could
I
fit.
guess.
First world fucking problems.
So what's next?
I don't know, narrator. I
Or
mean, I
else.
know I've been watching 44 episodes up to this point, but I'm not sure if I'll see the next one.
It's like the dog pound commercial, like we hold someone at gunpoint and say, "Please watch the next episode," or we pull the trigger.
Pull the trigger.
Again,
No, I don't think I will.
Oh, it's good. Well, actually, too, like, there's there's a radio commercial in Grand Theft Auto Vice City that actually makes fun of that. This poor child is going to starve to death just because you were cheap you were so cheap that you wouldn't get my bots, which is the product they're selling.
Mm-hmm.
You know. So yeah, that was episode 44 too.
Again, also nice. Things are progressing. There was that bit of tension, and the rest of the episode is spent on to quietly transition to the next bit, which I guess are gonna be the exam. But you can see again, the important thing is that these final stretch of the series is making time running fast, which again you told that it's like that in the book. So again, Lucy's real intention was to skip some parts, steal some parts of Anne's life and progress moving for it to arrive from point A to point B by the end of the book.
I guess, but her thought process probably was there's only so many chapters she can make of and studies. Then she goes back to during the weekend.
That is true.
There's only so many times you can do that before
That
becoming
is true,
redundant.
Pedro. But I argue equally, we had spent with enough varied events that had happened for it to adjust at Green Gables. I wonder if it was, a thing that she decided to do. She thought maybe the book would have been too bloated and she didn't want it to separate ulteriorly, But again, that's just my speculation. The episode in itself is fine. Next.
You're right.
Yeah, this again, just another, well, not really middle episode, but still, it's like, no, it's just good. Like I don't know what to say about these.
Okay, Dibs.
Again, it's a good episode, although I can see the tension coming in about Matthew.
Mm-hmm. So, sadly, that's kind of how these things work, Dibs. And yes, Job, I do speak from experience. All right. Go ahead, Joe. Close it out, please.
Good episode. Next.
Okay. See you, everybody, for episode 45.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.